Why is Candle a holy knight? And I'm going to list down a lot of points to prove that she is one. And what is she doing in Brook's home island? And things are not looking good for both Brook's backstory and Prince Leuven. We're going to talk all about it in today's video. Be sure to watch this video till the end to know everything. Everyone, this is Annie Motion and welcome back into another one of our video. And before we move on to the main video, I would like to make a small request, and that is to like this video, share this video to fellow One Piece and anime fans, subscribe to our channel Annie Motion. And with the self-introduction out of the way, let's get back into the main video. Our girl Queen Candle has a lot of Holy Knight flags going on right now in the story of One Piece. And there are plenty of reasons to suspect why she is a confirmed Holy Knight and what her intentions are in the island of music. So first thing first, let's go through each and every point we have right now in the story. The first point is, look at her design, look at her looks, and look at her clothing. Let's go through her clothing line first. Look at her clothing design. They resemble a lot like the modern Holy Knight clothing design. And mind you, this was almost 63 years ago, and this time was the time when Loki was just born. And during those glorious 63 years, there could have been easily the time where they just did some kind of little twerks, little upgrades to the original costume that was probably being worn by Candle at this time to the modern day design that we saw Shamrock, then Killingham, our boy Saint Summers wear currently in Elbaf. Now you take Candle's own personal design. She resembles more of a Holy Knight than our boy Saint Summers. She looks like the person who is going to stab you right in your back. And this is a design by choice. Her design is made in such a way that you feel like, hey, Candle is going to do some evil thing, right? Now enough about Candle, her clothing design, her clothing lineup and everything, her own personal design. Let us talk a bit about something that is way more interesting, and that is Candle's own story. Till now we have gotten one full chapter and a bit of another chapter in Brook's backstory. We have learned about Brook, a bit about his past, and we learned a lot about his relationship with Prince Leuven. They are both like elder and little brother, but we did not got anything on Candle. Like, we got more of Gunko aka Princess Shuri than freaking Queen Candle. And mind you that Candle is Brook's love interest. The first person we should know more about is Candle, and yet we did not got anything on Candle yet in almost 2 chapters of Brook's backstory. And that point strikes me a lot because, see, in 2 chapters of almost 2 chapters, not definitely a complete 2 chapter set, but almost in 2 chapters, you get to see a little bit of everything. But here we are focusing a lot on Brook and Prince Leuven. We are also focusing a lot on something we also should, that is the relationship between Gunko and Brook. But what we should learn is more about Candle. What is Candle's personality? What is Candle's feelings towards Brook? And how does she feel about this triangular love structure between Brook, Prince Leuven and Candle? Okay, that is a joke, but what I am trying to get at is that we should know about Candle's story, right? We did not got anything in 2 chapters, not a little tiny bit of it. And that is the point. Is Oda keeping Candle's personal story in it for the upcoming chapters? And is it because that she is a Holy Knight and she might do something terrible in this island, which I'm going to get to, right? I'm going to get to about what Candle could have done to this island in the past. And right now, we also need to focus on another thing, and that is Brooks knows who the God's Knight or the Holy Knight are. And that is something that he revealed in the very beginning of Elbaf, right after we got out of the Lego City and stuff. But we got to know that Brooks knows who the God's Knight are. And this is a point I want to really highlight, and that is, how does he know? He probably could have known about it during his time with the Rumbar Pirates, but again, what if the Holy Knights were the person who destroyed his own home island, who killed his own big brother Prince Leuven and made Brook flee the island in order to save his life? And that is the point. That is how he knows who the God's Knight are. Maybe the person he loved the most in the world, that is Queen Candle, turned out to be one of those holy knights. And this could be the real reason why he never mentioned his backstory. He never mentioned Prince Leuven. We know how much he admires Prince Leuven in this chapter. The reason why he never mentioned Prince Leuven could be because the person Prince Leuven was married to, the person he loved the most in the world, Queen Candle, turned out to be a traitor, a holy knight who just ended his own fairy tale world and destroyed his beloved island of music. Now I'm going to touch on the third point, the point we just got from the latest One Piece chapter, that is her connection to Mihawk. And I again said that during my chapter review that her connection to Mihawk might not be directly blood related, but it could be something related to Holy Knight. We all suspect Mihawk to be a Holy Knight, and he has a lot of things going his way in order for him to become a Holy Knight, or he was formerly a Holy Knight. So Oda could just give us a little hint about, hey, both of their introduction musical fonts are same. It could mean that both of them are just holy knights. It is a subtle hint, not a complete bloodline relation like Candle is Mihawk's mother at this point. Something like that might not be possible, but again, it could be possible. Oda might just say that, hey, Candle is also Mihawk's mother. This would make both Shuri aka Gunko and Mihawk brother and sister in a weird way, but again, I think that the hint Oda gave us with both of the matching fonts is that they both are just Holy Knight. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about the matching fonts, you see whenever a One Piece character is introduced, they get a drum sound, like a big drum. And now everyone, generally all the characters get a default font, but a lot of majorly important characters get their own personalized font for the sound effect. And Mihawk's font is completely in match with Candle's font. Mihawk was introduced during Baratie 2 decades ago, and Candle is introduced right now. The problem is there are probably thousands of fonts in the world, and Oda deliberately using same font could mean that they both belong from the same faction. That is what I'm getting to at right now. And I'm going to go all over her evil deeds and what could have she done in order to destroy the country of music, the country that Brook loved, the Brook admired, the country that her own daughter Princess Shuri grew up in. Most importantly, how did Gunko became Gunko from Princess Shuri? How did she become a holy knight? And every other thing that could lead to one thing, and that is Candle being a holy knight. In our next video, we're going to keep the video limit around 8 minutes. That is probably one of YouTube's comfort point, and we're going to do it that way. So stay tuned for the next video. But for now, if you guys watched till the end, thank you so much for watching our video till the end. If you guys already did not like our video, be sure to like this video, share this video to your fellow One Piece and anime fans, subscribe to our channel Any-Motion for the latest One Piece updates, chapter reviews and everything. And with that out of the way, I am out. Peace.